October. I cannot believe we are already in October. Cue in the intro.
Bretman to Earth, Earth to Bretman.
Girl, you already know who it is. All right, you guys, welcome back to the Baddest Radio. Today we have none other than
Princess May.
If you guys are not watching the YouTube version of this, we are dressed up. I am the nun from The Conjuring.
Period. And I'm a harvesting baddie.
You're a scarecrow.
No, I'm not.
Harvesting baddie is crazy. Anyways, Princess, one of your babies turned 8 at the end of the month.
I know.
I can't believe it. How does that make you feel?
Like a mother.
Like as you should.
Like I got an 8-year-old. Like I can't. Like every year that Cleo turns, I'm like, oh my god, I have a 9-year-old. I have a 10-year-old. Like, oh my god, I can't wait. I'm like, I have a teenager.
I know. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I have this faint memory of you when Cleo turned 1 and you were like crying. She was like waking up and you were like just crying at her. I feel like, did you do that or did I imagine that?
I don't know. What was she crying about?
No, you were crying because
crying.
she was turning 1 that day, like on her birthday.
Oh no, I was crying. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a video that I made. And she
was it? Okay.
Yes.
She was like waking up. She was 1 and she doesn't know what the fuck you were doing, but like you were just like caressing her and crying at her.
Yeah,
like,
I know. I do remember that.
She's gonna be like, "What the fuck, mom?" Cleo has not told me what she wants to be for Halloween yet this year.
I told you what she told
I tried
me.
to FaceTime her yesterday, but she literally is like never answering me. She's busy, girl.
Yeah, she got school. She has a volleyball practice.
She has things to attend.
Yeah.
Okay, so like always, I'm gonna read you guys my journal entry of the day. It's very hard for me to take myself very seriously looking like this right now, but whatever, we'll just read.
No, it looks very normal to me.
It is giving very much like everyday glam. So I honestly just pulled up the very first October entry that came up on my journal. So I'm just gonna read you October 2nd, 2023's journal entry. Girl, I'm supposed to be in LA right now, but my flight got canceled and I'm going tonight instead. Not to cut off, but like I'm also leaving for LA literally tomorrow. So I'm like, girl, literally same place, same time, same motherfucking situation. I'm also starting to feel so much better and I can say I'm out of the funk. I honestly had an inkling that someone was doing work on me, and all I can say is return to sender. Nothing against me shall prosper because I am an amazing person and I'm kind to everyone. I am a light. Not me reading that while looking like this. I am a demon.
Lights out.
Lights out. Black. Oh my gosh, that was last year October. Honestly, I was talking about like the little funk that I was going through because that was when I went to go see a healer and she laid me out on this table because I was feeling some type of way during Fashion Week. And I just felt like this lady like latched herself onto me during like in Paris. I feel like I never really talked about this, but I can feel when people attach their energies to me. And that specific time, I even know exactly what the looked like. I got back to America and the first thing that I was like wanting to do was seeing a healer or like just to see why I kept thinking about that lady at Paris. And she laid me out on a table and she was like, girl, someone's doing to you. And it wasn't just that girl in Paris. It was like also like people that was in my life. But I feel like I can save that story time when I'm ready to talk about it. But were doing work on me and I'm like, mama, why would you do that with somebody that like grew up in spirituality, like, and someone that is also like Filipino and sensitive to like energies and stuff like that, because we believe in witchcraft and like it's not something that I'm also like new to. So it's like, don't try it because it will always come back to you tenfold. And I don't know, I feel like our family is also so protected that like we're just chill.
Yeah.
Nothing against us shall prosper.
It's so much more scarier, like you telling this story dressed up like that right now, Brett. Like I'm like, what am I doing right now?
Wait, Princess, would you like to tell them what we're doing today? Because I texted you like 3 days ago
Yeah.
to see if you're free. What are we doing today?
We are reading people's scary stories and their experiences.
Scary stories.
Yeah.
But before we do that, Princess and her mommy corner. Hit us.
Yay!
What is your mommy, Princess, mommy Mai's advice?
Okay, this is gonna be a little long, short one actually. Short, long one. But
What is it about?
it's about being a teen mom. I think it's so relatable. For me, it's a relatable topic because it's something that I went through. And also, like, speaking of Cleo, it's her birth month. Being a teen mom can be a challenging yet a rewarding experience. And here are some pieces of advice that might help you, that helped me. So, first one is seek support. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family and resources. Connecting with other teen moms can help you feel less lonely. When I had Cleo, a group called Young Lives Oahu, shout out to them, found me at the high school that I was attending, not in Campbell, but in Barrington. And I joined it. The group became my getaway, honestly, and it was a place of mutual and understanding. I had a really good guidance. Also, we had free babysitters for 1 or 2 hours. You know, I wasn't gonna pass that up. And we did activities without the kids and with kids when there's holidays. And most especially, we learned about God. It was a great experience for both me and Cleo. So join a resource group or just like have a
be with
great
other teen moms.
Yeah.
I remember you guys also went to your first trip
Yes,
together. Like,
yes, in
what
Anaheim.
was that?
No,
Anaheim?
not Anaheim. I forgot where it was, but like it was like a camp.
Yeah, it was
Anaheim
like a
camp, I
summer
think.
camp type of
Yeah.
situation. How was that?
It was so fun.
I feel like Cleo was such a long time ago that like I forgot that we were teens when that happened. Like, not to make it about me, but I was also a teen uncle, you guys. Like, it was rough. What was the number one thing that you learned in your support group, or what was like the number one lesson that you got from that?
Well, honestly, for me, like my personal experience, like I just didn't feel alone anymore. Because like when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, I'm going to lose my friends. Like no one's going to talk to me. I feel so judged. And then like when I went over there, I was like, oh my God, you understand me? You know how it feels? So I feel like everybody there was growing together. And honestly, it wasn't literally much like what I learned, but it's like what like I was experiencing.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I mean?
camaraderie.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like, oh yeah, just being with other teen moms.
Yeah.
Probably was.
And we had a really great support system there, like all the guiders or the guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were always praying for us, praying for our kids. Like it was just good vibes. Yeah.
And then you went ahead and got pregnant again.
Yeah. But I
Period.
waited. But I waited 4 years after that.
Period. All right, so that was your mommy corner. Cue and the transition music. This episode is brought to you by Tinder. Imagine this. You're single, you're hot, you're a model. You know, I can relate. And you're at a coffee shop. And your eyes meet with someone across the room. The classic meet cute. But what if I told you that moment is happening more and more on Tinder? Don't you feel left out now? A new relationship starts every 3 seconds on Tinder. That's like 2 relationships that just happened since I started reading this. As some of you guys know, I met my mans as well 6 years ago on a classic meet cute moment at the club. You know, it was his friend's birthday and I was just so happy to be at the club. And I see him across the room and I'm like, Miss K, can you go make sure this man is gay? And he was, and that was our classic meet cute moment when he said, yes, I'm gay. And I literally was like, girl, what are we drinking? So yeah, I know some of you guys are still waiting for your classic meet cute moment to happen, but you might be more likely to find your meet cute moment on Tinder. Why leave it to chances when these connections are happening on Tinder all the time? With Tinder, you're not just waiting for a moment, you're putting it into your own hands. So don't overthink it, open the app and take the chances to romance. No matter how your journey starts, you may join millions of other relationships around the world that started on Tinder. Explore all your possibilities for yourself. Tinder, it starts with a swipe. Download Tinder today. Yeah. This show is sponsored by Betterhelp. When I was younger, I loved watching nature documentaries, and although I don't tune in as much as I used to these days, I still find myself browsing threads about extinct animals online. Kids are always exploring and learning, but as adults, we sometimes lose the curiosity to seek out new information. That's where BetterHelp comes in. They offer affordable, convenient online therapy sessions with licensed professionals to help you navigate life's challenges and rediscover your curiosity. I spent a lot of time reflecting and healing my inner child. Through therapy, I've only not reconnected with myself, but also with those around me. It's truly a change I can feel. Therapy has given me a deeper understanding of myself and how my mind works, and it's been so transformative. BetterHelp is a platform where you can fill out quick questionnaires and get matched with a licensed therapist. The best part is, if you don't feel like you found the right fit, you can switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Bretman today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Bretman. That's betterhelp.com/Bretman today to get 10% off your first month. BetterHelp, HELP.com/Bretman. Yeah. Now back to regular programming. All right, Princess, are you ready to read these scary stories, girl? I feel like we gotta get in the mood.
I'm like so scared right now.
All right, let's turn off the lights and turn on the blood moon lighting. Are we ready, Princess?
Mom, pick me up. He's acting weird. Wait, where's your costume from?
Huh?
Where's your costume from?
Oh, my costume.
No, like where? Like,
Oh.
are you in a movie or something?
I already told you what I was. I'm the Conjuring nun.
No, Oh, you're from Conjuring?
The nun and Conjuring girl.
I
Black.
don't
I think
watch.
her name is Black or Vaca or.
I don't watch scary movies at all.
I don't really watch scary movies either. I feel like scary movies watch me. Imagine the nun watching my Instagram stories like, imagine the nun from Conjuring dressed up as me for Halloween. He's like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to take
I'm gonna pee.
this seriously. Okay, Princess.
Okay.
I feel like it's only right if we start off with our scary stories ourselves. Do you have any scary stories for the audience?
Yeah, I do actually. When Cleo was younger, it was just a ongoing like thing that Cleo was doing all the time. It was her room in the old house, my old house. And like
Period.
she never wanted to sleep in her room.
Mm-hmm.
She was always with us. I don't know if it was like, cause Ezekiel started to do it too
Yeah.
when he was younger, but we were in a different house. So I'm like, maybe it's a kid thing. But then like Cleo was crying though. Cleo would cry. So I don't know if she just wanted to come with us in the room, but there's some like times where it's like really late at night and she's just like crying and screaming like, it's scary. And then like she would always point at the same corner. And I'm like, oh hell no, bitch. So that's one of my scary stories, honestly. I have a really scary one, but I don't really want to put that out there. Because you already look like this, and it's like...
maybe we'll have another like scary Sterling story time. If they like this one, maybe we'll do another one like at the end of the month. Yeah. But what was I gonna say? What was I gonna ask you? I actually was gonna say I don't know if it was just something that I heard, but kids are very sensitive to like spirits and ghosts, and they can actually see it. And I say that because my story is when I was a kid. I mean, you know of the time when like Miss Kadem was moving into their new house, and then I saw.
Oh yes.
So
I remember that.
I'm not gonna say that story because I feel like I can save that. But the one that I'm gonna say today is the one that is
you experienced when you were a kid?
The one that I experienced. And what is so weird is that when I was telling JR this story, he was like, bitch, we saw the same. And so let me give you the preface. It was brownout in the Philippines, which in America it's a blackout, but I don't know why we call it a brownout in the Philippines, girl. There was no electricity. It was like middle of the night, and honestly, I was never like a scaredy kid. But we were playing hide and seek or tag your it. But I think it was like tag but hide and seek when you have to tag someone that you find. But anyways, it was like all the kids in the neighborhood. It was brown out, and there was a mango tree that was like right in front of our house, like right next to the court.
Yeah.
And
I
that's where
remember that.
all the kids would gather and play.
Yeah.
But so it was time to go hide, and somebody was like counting down from 100, and I went to the mango tree. So I'm sitting there, and I start to everyone starts getting fine, and I hear like other kids like laughing, and like they were already kind of, I was like, they were looking for the last two people, and it was me and another girl. But basically everyone was laughing and they couldn't find me. So I was like, I get out of my hiding spot, and as I'm running to the group, like I probably took like 3 steps, but I saw a headless man. I saw this headless man that was just like standing there. I didn't even realize it was headless until like I looked up. But I was telling my brother this, and the headless man was wearing a striped shirt, but the striped shirts were going vertical, like this way. And he had no head, and he was wearing like black pants, and he wasn't walking, he was just kind of like standing there, and I just freaked out, and I like went back in the group, and I think I was like too young to kind of like really be scared of it. I think I was just like, oh my god, that was a fucking headless man.
Yeah.
But I tell you this because when I was telling my brother this, he was like, bitch, I saw the same one, but he saw it in the market. And it was also a brownout. We were both 8 years old when we both saw it. But the thing, and the reason why I was telling about his striped shirts is because the stripes that JR saw, his stripes were going horizontal, like this way.
I think horizontal's.
Bitch, whatever. Like his stripes were standing up, and the stripes that I saw the guy wearing was like laying down.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just gives me like heebie-jeebies. Like honestly, like it literally. I think it was just also like. I can't even fucking tell you. Like it was. Because the more I think about it, like, I don't know, I'm getting fucking scared again. But like the more I think about it, like I don't even think he had feet. Like he was kind of just like floating. So
But there's a lot like that in the Philippines. Yeah.
there is like a lot like that in the Philippines. So it was like very common, and I really wasn't scared until like I gotten older, and I like started to think about that situation.
Yeah.
Whenever people would ask me if I've ever seen like a ghost, and I'm just like, I think I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing I never.
Yeah. I do have another scary story, but
Let's
it
not.
involves around like my neighborhood, like where
Here?
yes, bitch.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be here for that episode.
Yeah, so I won't say that because I think people already expect me to live in a somewhere scary because I live
Yeah.
up in the mountains, and
Yeah.
people are whenever I tell people where I live, they're always like, "Have you seen like night marchers up there?"
Oh.
And it's just maybe. Let's just say that. Okay. So
I'm
Princess.
really having anxiety even thinking about it. And it's so weird. Like whenever somebody like tells us like a scary story, like I already imagine it in my head.
Wait, Princess, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Are you scared of them?
I feel like if you're scared of them, that's when they show up more, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't really think about them. That's why.
Oh, period. She said, I don't think about y'all. You? Bye. This bitch behind me? Please.
It's not there.
Yeah. I feel like I always believe in ghosts. I'm not scared of ghosts. I think I'm more scared of people than ghosts, honestly.
Yeah.
Because people can hurt you. Ghosts, they just stand there like.
Yeah.
I mean, there are probably ghosts that like haunts,
Yeah.
but what you gonna do, bitch?
I don't know. I don't really have any like ghost stories or like anything that like super
That you saw.
that I
like,
saw,
yeah.
but then like I like it's like it's gonna be far different. It's just every time I think like every time I talk about it to somebody, like I always feel it. So that's why I'm not gonna do it right now.
Yeah,
because-
even just now, I literally started to get like hot when I was
Yeah,
talking
can
about
we close
that
that
headless.
door? I feel like it's looking at me.
Close it.
Thank you, Kat.
All right, you guys. First of all, thank you guys so much for sending in your scary, spooky stories to us. Make sure if you guys are not following the Baddest Radio on Instagram, why the fuck are you not, bitch? Because it gives you guys the opportunity to send in your stories, send in some whatever the fuck we ask for. Send in some questions, and you guys get a chance to actually participate and be a part of the Baddest Radio. So thank you guys so much. All right, Princess, do you want to read first or should I read first?
I want to read first because it's shorter.
Okay. We gave Princess the shorter reads because, well, it's Princess.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so this is from Nico. Hi, Nico. Okay, yeah. So basically, one night I had woken up because I had heard a noise in the kitchen. Wait, I want to read it in like.
Yeah, read it more like suspenseful. 'Cause I don't know why the fuck you're reading it like a fucking diary. So I woke up and I heard a noise and like. Bitch, read it normally. Like, fuck. You don't talk like that.
That's how it was. It said, okay, yeah. So basically, one night I had woken up like.
It would be like, okay, yeah. So basically, one night I woke up.
So do you want to read it then?
Okay, go.
Okay. Okay.
Let
Okay.
us
Fine.
Let us in the moment.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So basically, one night I had woken up because I had heard noises in the kitchen.
Ow! That was the noise.
Like someone was moving around. So I had just thought it was my sister or something. By the way, right when I woke up, everything was happening. So my sister, I'm so confused with this story. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So I'm like confused. So, okay. So my sister-in-law can see ghosts, right? Or feel them. And she said, right when I woke up and had used the restroom or whatever, she saw a naked woman in our kitchen.
It was me. I'm kidding. Okay.
Why the hell is she naked and in the kitchen at 12 a.m.? Anyways, I always thought it was funny and weird because she died naked and her spirit is forever naked? Question mark.
Princess, that got you scared?
No, but like
Is
you
it
said
done?
you said to read it like that.
Oh, okay.
So
No, because I feel the trembling in your voice. I'm like, girl, you got scared of a naked bitch.
no, I would be scared looking like I'd be
Honestly.
scared like somebody's naked and they're a ghost. Like really?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of Bretman Rock's?
My
Ghost.
question is, do you want a third leg or a third eye?
What do you mean?
Because I'm always want a man with third leg.
Oh, I see.
Period.
Like a horse.
Yeah. Like a bitch, like a tripod. Like what am girl, you didn't get the sex joke.
I
so we're gonna move on.
I did, but I'm confused. I'm reading this story to you.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for reading it. That's the vibe of the video, bitch. We just read scary, spooky stories.
do you feel like you opened your third eye?
I feel like my third eye is very open, but
How do you know your third eye is open?
Next question, please. No, honestly.
No, I don't even want to know. I'm scared.
Yeah, I feel like I'm very sensitive to like spirits and energies and stuff like that. And I think it's also the fact that I see them. I'm not always like open to seeing them, so that's why I feel like I don't see them as like people will always ask me like, do you see right now? Like, who's next to me? I'm like, that's not really how that works.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a medium. Like, no. It's if they want to be seen, then I'll see them. But
Yeah,
mainly
yeah.
the ones that I do feel and see are family members and mainly women.
Oh,
I
I see,
never
I
see like man that like that never really ever showed up to me.
Yeah. Usually, sometimes it's like my dreams. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Even then, like dad never really checked
I
up
know.
on
I
me.
feel like I always ignored it. Like whenever I feel something, I just ignored it. Like I never really like open to it. Like,
I think when I was getting through my spirituality awakening / journey, I instead of like kind of avoiding it, I kind of just was like open to it. And I think that's why, like, remember when Uncle died in our house and like auntie was
and
like,
you were
who's gonna,
living there.
yeah, and then people were like, who's gonna rent his room now? And I like slept in there.
He slept in there and he lived there. Like not
Yeah.
lived, but he
So
was
when we
renting.
used to live together in our house in Eba Beach, there was like 20 of us in that house, and we were renting a room in the back. So we had an uncle and an auntie that lived behind us, directly right behind our room.
Mm-hmm.
And one night, auntie was screaming, and then it was because uncle died in his sleep. And he basically passed away in our house, and auntie went back to the Philippines, and then we had an empty room. And that was when I was starting to become Bretman Rock, and I had saved up money to rent that room by myself. And so I lived in that room by myself, and I was not scared at all.
Yeah, like it's so crazy because I would be so scared like walking through that because we had a kitchen in the back.
Yeah.
That's where like we would like eat at too.
Mhm.
There's a kitchen in the back, and then like we would be so scared.
I was
Especially
never.
me.
I was literally like always like whatever. But the only time where he showed himself or like I felt scared was his 1 year anniversary dying in that room.
Oof,
I woke
that's
up like I think 6:30 a.m.
for school.
for school because I used to get ready early as
Yeah,
fuck so I
yeah,
could
yeah.
do my makeup, but it was like these cats outside, and you know how they used to feed cats.
Yes, yeah,
Bitch, they had 3 cats, and literally when I tell you, I opened the door and 3 cats just like were very stoic and standing like right next to each other and like staring at me. And they've never like showed up again since like he passed
Yeah.
until that day again. I'm like, where the fuck
Maybe
have
they
y'all been?
weren't. Maybe they were scared of you.
I know, but it was like the 1 year
I'm
anniversary,
just
and then
kidding.
they were outside my room like just meowing. Like
Yeah.
that's so scary. But honestly, I
It
never
is.
saw Uncle or like felt him in my dreams or
Yeah.
anything like that. So yeah, I'm just not scared. Like I'm
Yeah.
not scared. Period.
Yeah.
All right, so next story.
Okay, go. This one was scary.
All right, so let's read this scary story. Elizabeth. This story is from our viewer Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Hello, the baddest pera bitch in Spanish. My name is Beth. I'm 23, and this story happened back in my junior year of high school. Mind you, I've never read these yet, so my reactions are the first reactions. So one school night, I'm up late in my living room doing homework and also on FaceTime with my friend and doing laundry too. We had our washer and dryer in the garage, and the door we had to go out to the garage had a little window, and you could perfectly see the living room from that window, and you can see that there's a couch facing away from there. Hopefully you can picture it. Anyways, while on FaceTime, I tell my friend, one sec, we're gonna go check the washer is done. So I go into the garage, close the door, and start to turn towards the washer. As I'm turning, literally from the corner of my eye, I see there's a little boy facing away from me, almost like looking at everything I had laying out.
I kind of laughed earlier because I looked at the screen and it's you like talking.
So like all of my homework stuff. So I'm freaking the fuck out, and I tell my friends, I'm gonna have to call you back, bitch. And as soon as I turn to look again, the little boy is gone. But I saw him long enough to remember what he looked like. Mind you, I couldn't see his face because he was turned away from me, but he looked around to be 5 or 6 years old and was wearing some pants and red flannel, plaid shirts, and had blonde hair. And before anyone tries to say that it was probably someone in my house, I only have one other sibling who is 2 years older than me, and both my parents were in their room asleep. The next day comes, I tell my mom everything, and she asked if I felt scared, and I said, oddly enough, no. I was more so confused because I saw him 1 second and the next he was gone. Days passed and I hadn't seen him again, until one day my dad comes into my room after he got off work and says, damn bitch, I don't know why I'm getting spooked,
I didn't even
and
read
says, I saw the little boy you told your mom about, but I saw him in my dreams, and I instantly got confused because I never told him or anyone else about the little boy, only my mom. So I ask him what he's talking about, and he begins telling me his dream. He says, I dreamt that I woke up and went into your room. When I go in, I saw a little boy standing next to your bed, but he looked sad and lost. So I asked him, who are you? He immediately looked up at me and said, I don't know where my mommy is. I told him, maybe I can help you. So I took the boy's hand and the boys began walking towards the front door, and he walked out, and he looked back one last time and told me, "Thank you. Now I can go find my mommy." Damn bitch. And I watched him leave. At this point, I have chills, and I tell him he was lying, and my dad says, "I swear, I'm not lying." He was wearing pants and a red flannel shirt, and he had blonde hair. Bitch, when I tell you the little hairs on my neck stood up, I was freaking the fuck out. Ever since then, we've never seen or heard from the little boy again. I know this isn't scary ghost story, but it's still one that makes me wonder, you know? I hope he was able to find his mommy and that his soul has been able to rest since that encounter he had with me and my dad.
That was so scary. I only read the first part of that because I was already getting scared.
I know. Imagine like little like.
No, I don't want to imagine. Stop.
Bitch, what the fuck? How are we gonna do this fucking episode when you don't want to fucking be scared, bitch?
Because I'm a scaredy cat.
Baby ghost intrigues me, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. You know how I was telling you that sometimes I be seeing spirits?
Yeah.
One time, Princess, it's not a fucking scary thing because I already told JR about it. But I don't know also why I'm like so always talking scary stuff with JR. But I can't claim that I see people as like guardians, angels, and stuff like that. But I do know that a child follows JR. A child follows my brother, and I think it's his little guide. And you know what's so weird? He looks exactly almost like our dad's like other kid from the other wife.
Really?
Yes. And I was asking mom about it, and then she kind of just like says, maybe it was the son I lost. Because I think we were supposed to have another older brother before JR, but my mom, I think mom lost it. And I think instead of moving on to his like the afterlife, he followed JR.
Wow.
And I think that's why JR has like such childlike like energy to him. Yeah. Just wanted to share that.
That was scary.
But
didn't even
I've
know
never
that.
seen like a child ghost before, and so when people tell me like children stuff like that,
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh.
That is very scary.
Okay, Princess, do you want to read the next one?
Okay, yes, I do. I never read any of the other ones yet. So.
Maybe this one.
Oh my god, my hand is shaking.
How are you fucking scared from that? That wasn't even a scary one.
It was.
How do you know if it was a ghost? Like maybe I don't know.
Okay, wait, let me look for this moment.
Also, maybe what if the mom told the dad about it and was like, "Oh, I don't want to. Let's tell her that the kid left so she doesn't get freaked out or something." Like I don't know. Or maybe that was really just what. Maybe also she dreamt that. Who knows? Maybe she dreamt the first encounter.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Girl, you're so dramatic.
I'm not. This is how I act. Bretman, like, feel my hands. Like, it's really wet.
I know. I love it.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna read the last story because
Joanna.
Joanna.
These are in order from scariest to least scariest. So, Joanna's one is probably not that scary.
Okay. Joanna. Shout out to Joanna. Hi, Queen. Love the podcast. Have been following you since Vine. Proud of you for... This is for you. I'm not going to read it. You can read it on your own.
Okay, bitch. Hurry up.
Okay. My spooky story actually happened to me. When I was 12, I was on a family trip in the Philippines. It was a hot night, and because there was 15 of us living in a 3-bedroom house, as a kid, I was made to sleep on the couch. That night, we all went to bed as normal. My tita slept near the door to stop any intruders from coming in. We had 5 cousins sleeping next to her, and then I had the couch. I was fast asleep when I remember waking up and not being able to move. Oh my god, sleep paralysis. I saw something moving around and I thought maybe it was a cousin. No, it was not. I was in full-blown paralysis. Like
you just
I know,
said it.
I just said it. So I'm getting spooked. That's where.
Okay,
That's
paralysis.
where.
Bitch, period.
Like this figure was floating and I was screaming, but nothing was coming out of my mouth. I was terrified. This thing flew right at me and hovered over my paralyzed body, and its ghastly white. It says ghastly,
Ghostly.
but it says ghastly.
Period. Ghostly. Ghostly.
Ghostly white face with in line with mine screaming back at me with no sound. Do it, Brett. No sound. No sound. No sound. No sound. Just stay like that. Wow, bitch. Mouth go crazy, huh?
Literally, girl. It fits 3 legs.
Okay. Then went on for 20 seconds before I passed out again. I woke up that morning absolutely shaken and terrified. I thought I was going crazy. I didn't want to say anything to scare anyone else until the family sat down at the table for breakfast. We are a family, and that is loud and talks nonstop, but this morning it was quiet, as if something had happened. Oh my God. It took all about 2 minutes of quiet before I said something. I had mentioned what I remember from the night, and I was ready for everyone to call me crazy. But the opposite happened. 3 other family members had the same thing happen to them. One of them even got like a figure was choking them. Stop.
I didn't fucking say anything.
Why are you getting mad? I'm already getting scared.
I'm literally like, stop.
Remember-
What?
Remember
Okay, go.
when we all went to that room, and then like we all went as cousins, and we were so scared at Parade.
Oh, bitch. The fucking escape room?
Yeah, the escape room, but it was still scary.
Okay, period, bitch. This is not a sleep paralysis, bitch. An escape room, girl, bye.
No, but it was so scary that even I get scared of.
I know. Okay, girl.
Okay, anyways, okay. Was choking them. Stop. When
No, I read ahead. I'm sorry.
okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
When breakfast was over, we went outside to find that all of our chickens were dead. The goat was dead, and there was a very uneasy feeling lurking around. Best believe what had a swang visit us, sending us a warning or something that their trip was never the same after that. I was also cursed by a witch that trip. That's the whole other story, and I still have nightmares to this day. I can still picture that figure and how I felt and how my body felt in that moment. I've seen that thing once more after this from afar, just watching me screaming a few years back in a random supermarket. Since my Lola passed though in 2018 I haven't seen it or felt any presence, so that makes me safe knowing that she's protecting this thing from me. Anyways, that's my story. Thanks for listening to Bretman and Princess. Love you.
Period. What did you think about that story, Princess?
I'm so scared because, like, honestly, I do have a ghost story. Back in the Philippines when it was grandma's stuff.
When grandma passed?
Yeah, when grandma passed.
Also, Princess, let's talk about it for a bit. Auntie passed
I know.
last week.
Did you feel any presents?
Honestly, no. But
Yeah.
the only like feeling that I had weird that day was just like any moment of like silence that I had, I would only remember like fun stories of Auntie.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously I was raised by a lot of my aunties when I was left in the Philippines, and Auntie I would always see after school, because I would go to her house for lunch, because you know how we would go home for lunch and then go back to school. So yeah, it was like a nice feeling of like, I think she was just letting me know that she's
Yeah.
going, but only wants me to remember like happy stuff, which is
Yeah.
great.
That's good. Well, when it was grandma's funeral, and I do remember like when we were heading to the cemetery, you know how like we walk to the cemetery?
Oh yeah, after the
So like after we put her in her piece, we were walking back home, and I just felt so confused.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt so confused. We got home, and then like I just felt like there was something so heavy, and I started to like almost like hallucinate.
Okay. Oh my god.
And then like I remember like I was freaking out, and I was telling mom like there's something going on. There's something going, like there's something happening to me, but I don't know what it is. And then like at first like mom was just like, like, what's wrong with you? Like that, like, what's going on? And then after that, like, I was like, Mom, help me, please. Like, I was like screaming. And then, like, you know, the aunties were already like, Allah, dakasta eta, like, something's happening to her. And then, like, I just remember, like, one of the aunties, like, came and then started slapping me with this leaf. I forgot. I don't know if it was
The
marunggay.
guava.
Yeah.
It's guava leaves.
Yeah. And then they just start, like, slapping me with it, and then they start saying things, and I was just so scared. And after that, like, I fell asleep, and then there was like somebody that massaged me after. I was good after that, but then
Yeah.
it was a really scary story because, like, I think somebody else had it too. I don't know if it was was one of the aunties, but she felt really, really heavy too. But
Yeah.
she said that, like, I don't know, it was maybe because, like, I was looking back at grandma's grave, because they're like, did you look back at it?
Yeah.
So, like, I guess, like, there's a thing in the Philippines where you're not supposed to look back. You gotta keep, like,
Yeah.
so I don't know. They just kept asking me, but I don't even remember because I was so confused. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what was. Yeah, that was.
No, it's just not weird, but like it's very common for you to be very sensitive to energies, especially after a funeral in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And my first time experiencing something similar to that, it was like a distant relative that had passed.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the Philippines. I was in Cagayan, and you weren't there, but
No.
I was standing on. It was like the lamay. It wasn't even like the funeral yet, but you know how like for 2 weeks they have like an open casket in the house. And,
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
the adults like play card games outside,
Mm-hmm.
mahjong, all that. And I was just standing with the rest of the kids, and all the adults were playing mahjong, and all of a sudden, and we're like in this like pillar,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden, me and another boy like gets pushed, like it literally felt like a hand like grabbed, like a bigger hand, like not another kid but like an adult, like push us both out of the pillar, and we both like tumble and fall.
Yeah.
I didn't have like scratches, but when they lifted his shirt, he
He was
had
like-
like a finger like kind of like
Yeah.
go like that. I don't think I had it, but then same thing as yours, where they were slapping us with like their hands were
Leaves,
wet,
yeah.
and I think it was like holy water that they were slapping us
Yeah,
with,
I don't
and then they were just like telling the spirit to
go
like
away.
go away,
Yeah.
or like to not go on the kids.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It was also getting late, honestly.
Girl.
But thank God that happened, because we went home right away, and I was like so over the fucking mahjong, girl, because you know
God.
they be staying out there
Yeah.
during even like the next morning. They're still playing mahjong. I don't know how the fuck.
So scary.
Period.
I don't even want to
we're
read
getting
the
in
other
there. This is like a really
one.
spooky ooky episode. Okay.
I got a spooky ookie.
Period. We love a spooky ooky. All right. We'll probably read one more each.
Yeah.
This story is from Denzi. Girl, I'm reading this and I'm like, if I butcher these locations / names, please give me a break, please. Okay. So I was at this old castle called Wasser Close Hulshof near Munster, Germany. Girl, I'm so sorry if I
See, I skipped
Butcher story that.
because I saw the first sentence.
period. I just wanted to take a chill evening walk, you know. It was already getting dark and the place was completely deserted. Everything was so still, unnaturally quiet, no wind, no sound, nothing. I started walking around the castle, and all of a sudden this icy cold hit me. It wasn't just a chill. It felt like something passed straight through me. I got goosebumps right away, and I could tell something was off.
Why do you look at me?
Bitch, I don't know. For your reaction. Then I heard footsteps behind me. I turned around, but no one was there. I started walking faster, but the footsteps were following right behind me, like someone invisible was just a step away. It was so close, I could almost feel someone breathing down my neck. Period. Very much like that. Out of nowhere, I heard a whisper right next to my ear. Stop. Don't leave me. But the voice wasn't normal. It sounded wrong. Bitch, use your fucking mic. No one can fucking hear you.
Stop, don't leave me.
Yeah. Very much zombie vibes.
That wasn't a zombie. It was a scary ghost.
It sounded wrong, distorted, almost inhumane. Stop, don't leave me. Very much like that.
E.T.
I froze. Couldn't move at all. My heart was pounding so loud, I thought it would burst out of my chest. I tried to calm myself down, telling myself it was all in my head. But the cold got even worse. It was so intense, it actually hurt. I don't know how long I stood there, but suddenly I felt something brush past me. It was like a cold breeze, but there was no wind. I whipped around, and just for a split second, I saw something. It looked like a woman in this old wet dress, clinging to her body. Her face, it was blurry, almost like it was underwater. I wanted to scream, but nothing came out.
Oh, shoot. So he was dreaming.
Huh?
So was he in a dream?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
I freaked out and I started running. The footstep behind me got louder and faster, and like something was blocking my way, like it didn't want me to leave. I kept running until I finally reached my car. I yanked the door open and jumped inside. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely get the key into the ignition. When my engine finally started, I just drove off and didn't even dare to look back, which you did to Grandma's grave, Princess. When I got home, I was completely drained. But the freakiest part, later I found out that there are tons of reports about a woman haunting that castle. She apparently drowned in the moat and has been driving people insane ever since. Ever since that night, I felt like that cold hasn't fully left me. It's like she's still watching me. Like we're not done yet! Like they weren't done yet, Princess.
I don't even want to read another story.
How did that story make you feel, Princess?
That was scary.
That was fucking scary.
I give that one a 4 out of 5.
Also, Denzi, bitch, why the fuck are you out at night exploring castles? Like,
yeah.
some people deserve to see ghosts. Some people deserve to be haunted. Not you, Denzi, in particular.
You
but
just pissed the ghost off. Like, it's like you wanted it.
I'm like, girl, you wanted it. I'm like, no, the last thing that I would be doing in the middle of the night if I'm bored is literally exploring like a castle.
No,
or
actually,
like,
she was walking because she wanted to have
oh
a
yeah,
chill
he
night.
wanted a chill night.
She wanted
I
a
get
chill
it.
night. You know what I mean?
A chill night for me sounds like I'm gonna put something on the TV.
Yeah.
I would not be walking around on a chill night, but I'm also not from Germany, so I feel like maybe that's what they'd be doing. But yeah. Oh, also, not to switch subjects, but do you know about the German stare?
A what?
The German stare. Apparently, in Germany, they stare a lot. Like,
That's how they stare?
yeah, they stare at you. Like, they're not really judging you. They're not trying to fight you. They're not trying to be mean.
Yeah.
But German people apparently just stare. And I saw it because Nara Smith apparently has like the German stare.
You're making it so much worse. Like you're in that makeup right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was dressed like this. But yeah.
Wow, I never heard of that before. A German stare.
Period. All
I
right,
need
Princess.
to YouTube it.
Are you ready to read the next story, girl? Let's do Hip. Who's the name of my trainer?
Hip. Is this him?
No.
Oh, okay. Hip. Shout out to Hip. Hi.
My trainer. Not the actual person that's reading this, but you guys just have the same
to
name.
the actual person. Hi. First of all, I just want to say I love you. Okay, this is for you again. A lot of strange things happened at the first house I moved into, but I didn't start until I had my second born. Oh my god, I'm scared. Sorry.
What?
I feel like whenever they talk about kids in like this horror stories, like, oh my god, so scary. She so happens to be born the day before Halloween.
Princess, just because you keep fucking reading it like that doesn't make it scary.
I'm sorry. scary. I'm reading it like
Born, Halloween. Princess, just fucking read it.
Halloween. Okay. Should I start all over? Okay, again.
Just go.
Don't read it with me. That's why.
I'm listening.
I wasn't reading it when you were.
Princess, I'm just reacting on how you're fucking reading it because you're doing the most. Just
Okay.
fucking read it.
I'll start with the first. What does that say?
A lot of strange things happen.
Wait, there it says I'll start with the first occurrence. Okay. My husband was away from work for work. So it was me, my newborn, and she was about 1 month, and my oldest son was 2 years old. I was in the kitchen making dinner, and both kids were with me. My son was playing with his toys on the floor, and the baby was in her bouncer on the floor. As I was cooking, they ended up falling asleep. I'm just about done, so I start cleaning up. I'm facing the sink, and they're both behind me, KO on the floor. When all of a sudden, I get this strange feeling that I feel like I see something in the corner of the corner of my eye. I turn around, and I see my baby being...
Princess, why would you?
I can't.
Why would you freak me out?
I can't read it.
Why would you freak me out like that?
I can't read it. I saw it. I see my baby being bounced at the bouncer, and the baby's supposed to be sleeping.
Okay,
so who's
Prince.
bouncing the baby?
The
I can't.
Okay, I'll read
Can I
it.
just read the other one? It's getting hot.
I'll read the rest. I'll
Okay,
read the rest.
please. Oh my god, my hip is hurting.
Princess, that scared me.
It was so scary.
Okay.
Don't read it the way you're reading it, though.
I'm not. I turn around and I see my baby being bounced in her bouncer, but no one was there, so I freeze up and just stare in shock. As I'm staring, I see the pace of the bouncing slow down until it slowly stops. I finally move, and I'm trying to make sense of what just happened. I get close to see if maybe there was a vent blowing air that could have possibly made her move, or if my son kicked the bouncer in his sleep, but no. There was no vent by her, and my son was not close enough to have kicked the bouncer. I go back to washing the dishes, thinking to myself of other possibilities / explanations to help myself from freaking out. When I heard the bouncer again, I turn around and I see my baby being bounced in the bouncer. Princess!
I cannot.
Stop!
Are you just sure? Maybe it's an electric bouncer that you
I know, like.
maybe the baby's just waking up and is just bouncing.
No, maybe the way baby's waking up, like, can I turn this back on? Like,
I'm scared.
okay.
Okay, go.
I turn around and I see my baby being bounced in the bouncer again, and I freeze. To be clear, both times she's being bounced, it seemed like someone was regularly bouncing her, like it was soft enough not to wake her. It wasn't like she was being violently bounced in a mean way, if that makes any sense. Again, the bouncing slows down until it slowly stops. This time, I said, fuck the dishes, I pick up the kids, and went to the living room in case we had to run out to the house.
She could have just run out.
Luckily, we didn't have to, and thank goodness, because it was winter time in Chicago. Why was that the scariest one? Okay, hip. I'm gonna read one more. This one is a longer one, so yeah. Do you want to take turns reading it? Do you want to start it?
Yeah, sure. I'll start it.
Okay, since I fucking finished reading yours one. Maybe you can finish right before this big one, the fast forward.
Okay.
Last story, y'all. Ooh. Go.
Backstory. Mom got out of an abusive relationship, and as a single mom, I feel like this is like all the stories are like,
I'm
is
like,
it about me?
Is it hitting home?
Okay. Abusive relationship, and as a single mom, didn't have many options when it came to buying her own home in a rush. The house was in the market for years, never sold, price always lowered. Same town we were currently in, but a different area. And my house was built, guess where, bitch? I can't. Smack dab.
Princess, it's not even scary.
Yeah, but like imagine next to an old cemetery.
And you know who else lived by literally next to an old cemetery? Miss K, and she's fine.
I know, but
So
smack dab on the top of the old cemetery. I fucking kid you not. Once we moved and started walking to explore
started taking walks.
started taking walks to explore an older neighborhood. Legit told my mom and even found the history and printed it out for her. Back in printer days. Anyways, we moved when Paranormal Activity just hit theaters and I was having nightmares in this house. I blamed my imagination and sleep paralysis, but it intensified. Furniture was being moved, utensils being flung across the kitchen. It was targeted everyone in the home differently, so we blessed the house. Had it cleansed, everything stopped right. Wrong. Come a few months later, it's summer. Mom bought the house in the fall, and the old owner stops by to ask how we were doing and teaches us how to open and set up the pool. Super nice of him. He didn't have to. He checked up on us a few times, which I always found odd until this day. This man goes and tells us while connecting the pool pump that when they were hold on, when they were leveling the ground to install the pool, the worker dug up a hold on. Tombstone dropped it and left the job and never returning. I was like, oh, so there's bodies on this property? Cool. No, not cool. A few minor things continued whenever there was a shift in the household, but we were so, accustomed to it. My mom would literally stand in front of her closet yelling at the ghosts to stop slamming her doors. She bought the house. She deserved to be there. They need to leave. Full sight patient, LOL.
Okay.
Go.
My turn. Fast forward a few years and I had my son. Worst story, one night I was downstairs in the living room. He was maybe 2 months old. I'm on the couch with him on my chest and I saw a shadow on the wall, so I turned to look at it and bam, sleep paralysis. I heard this crazy rumbling sound when I was a new mom and I thought I was just tired. So there I lay, staring at my son, hoping he doesn't roll off my chest because my arms weren't even wrapped around him and I couldn't move. Once the paralysis break, I told him, pat his back, all is well. Then comes my 411 mom stomping down the stairs like a herd of water buffalo. What's wrong? Excuse me, ma'am. You're the one who charged down here like a raging bull. What are you talking about? She insists she heard the baby screaming and thought something had happened because he wouldn't stop. I showed her, said baby sounds asleep on my chest as she walked back upstairs, eyes barely open, only to come rushing back down, calling me upstairs to my room. Lo and behold, the baby monitor, it was playing my son's cry. You can tell on a repetitive loop. Oh my God. So she was hearing the baby monitor. Now, this is 2011. It wasn't a fancy monitor. It was a teen. I was a teen mom. I didn't have the LCD screens, just the walkies. So we both stood there, me holding my infant in my arm, hearing his cry over and over. I unplug it, plug it back in, and it still plays. I go to his room by his crib where the receiver is set up, unplug it, still. Turn everything off, back on, different outlets and everything. The walkies are playing the same loop. Never use the baby monitor ever again. I did reach out to the manufacturer to find out if it was defective. They told me there is no way for that to have happened, and I didn't believe them. And didn't believe me. My dog at the time remained by my side, always protecting him from the one evil spirit we had in our house until we had someone religiously cleanse the house. We had a friendly one downstairs that would just prank us and play with my dog while we were trying to sleep. Like I walked downstairs and found my dog on hind legs jumping on a person and no one was there. Oh my God, they still live there? Most recently, we moved some infected bushes from the front of the property that were staples to this home. There for decades, when I tell you the landscapers broke 4 shovels, a pick sack, an IDK, what else? An IDK, what else we're trying to get these 2 bushes out. I wish I was exaggerating. I ended up paying for their 3 shovels, plus they broke the 2 I already had here trying to take out the roots from these guys. Afterwards, the house looked so eerie, so mom took a picture on her Google phone and bam! Weird black orbs captured on the photo. She ran to me asking me to see what she did if it was an edit. I search up her phone features and everything because who doesn't have an iPhone nowadays? When I tell you this is an unedited photo with what looks like a pen drawing over our address, no joke. Kind of cool, definitely looks fake, but I can explain how it happened. And now, as I type this on email while in the bathroom downstairs on the toilet, this motherfucker is dropping shit upstairs. I'm home alone with the dog. It is just what it is. This ghost likes to fuck with me, but what can I do? They're trapped here. I don't know how that makes me feel.
Yeah, that was really scary.
It's giving very much like either you leave or we leave, because none of us is leaving this house, and I kind of love that. I kind of love that Yaneli.
Yeah.
I kind of love that Yaneli is standing on business.
Yeah,
She's
she
like,
really be.
Bitch, do you fucking think we bought this house
Mm-hmm.
for you to haunt us? No, bitch, we
Yeah.
bought this house and we're gonna motherfucking live in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still there, and I love that. I really wish she provided like a picture of the house.
Oh no, thank you.
But at the same time, maybe not. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. So wait, they said it was like scribbled. Their
address were
was
like scribbled with a pen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and there was like black orbs in the photos.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's like a friendly ghost, giving Casper the friendly ghost.
Yeah. That is so scary. Oh my god. I'm like hot right now.
I really feel like I have no thoughts. Like I'm just
Really?
like, wow, Yaneli, y'all ate that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I really don't think I could stay in a house where I know it's haunted.
Yeah. It was the baby monitor for me.
I know.
I know. That was really scary. Yeah.
It's giving paranormal activity.
Yeah, it is. But okay. Thank you to everyone that shared their
Scary
Scary
spooky
spooky
stories.
stories.
We are definitely spooked today.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like literally like all drained out.
Yeah, me too.
Period. I'm literally like, I don't know what I just read.
Yeah, that was really scary.
Thank you guys so much for sharing your scary stories. And I think it's now time for the product of the day. Do you have your product of the day, Princess?
Yes, I do.
All right. So before we do that, let's cue in the transition music. If you're a baddie like me, you are probably a face sleeper. Because I feel like most baddies are face sleepers. But you know what is not a baddie thing? Sleeping in regular pillowcases. Guys, if you are a face sleeper like me and you're wondering why you're breaking out, it's probably your pillowcases. Enter Blissy. You guys, when I tell you, when I switch my pillowcases to silk pillowcases, it has changed my skin for the better. So join me and get better sleep, hair, and skin with Blissy's award-winning 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. Blissy pillowcases are the perfect skin for everyone in the family. They sent me the blue and yellow hibiscus print, y'all, and I swear to God, they made that for me. How was that not made for the Baddest Radio? I don't get it. They're washable, hypoallergenic, and have a hidden zipper. Blissy really is the gift that keeps on giving. You guys know that I take a lot of pride in my hair and skin, so it's not a surprise that I only use the best when it comes to what I sleep on. Your face is touching that at least 7 hours a night, so it better be good. Blissy's been featured on Good Morning America, The View, Live with Kelly and Mark, and it's a dermatologist recommended. Everybody loves them. They have over 2 million fans, and you could and you should be next. Because if you're a listener, Blissy is offering 60-night risk-free plus an additional 30% off when you shop at blissy.com/thebaddest. That's BLISSY.com/thebaddest and use the code thebaddest to get an additional 30% off. Girl, your skin and hair will thank you. Now, nothing makes me feel much older than babysitting my sister's kids. Every time I try to, make a joke with them, I always just feel old because what I find funny is not what people and what kids find funny these days. And I just feel like my jokes don't be landing with this new generation. Gen Alpha, y'all lame. And sometimes you think you said the funniest joke ever, and other times you missed the mark. But what Harry always does is deliver. My favorite thing about using reusable razor is the fact that I never have to worry if my man had used it, honestly. And I just love having a fresh new razor. And sometimes, honestly, if you're a dirty girl like me, I forget to clean my razors. So having a razor that is fresh and new and delivered every single week fits perfectly into my lifestyle. I personally love reusable razors because they're not only a better choice for your wallet, but a better choice for the planet as well. Reusable razors are super high quality, meaning they're durable, built to last, and overall a more enjoyable experience. They also have other grooming products to fit your unique looks and needs. Honestly, I love the ability to switch out the blades so my shaving experience is truly catered to me and completely customizable. This is the closest shave you'll ever get. Not to mention, only replacing the blades means less waste overall. So not only do I love them, but the planet loves me for loving them. Plus, they have the highest customer satisfaction in the shaving industry. So clearly, y'all love them too. Get the shaving product that always delivers. Get Harry's. Get started with a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/thebaddest. That's harrys.com/thebaddest for just a $3 trial set. Now back to regular programming. As some of you guys know, I take a lot of pride in my crown chakra. What is my crown chakra, you ask? My hair and my scalp. My hair is this dense, thick, Filipino, healthy hair of mine. She is a little bit straight. She is a little bit wavy. It just depends on how you dry it. I'm rubbing my hair right now as we speak, and I'm just appreciative of how blessed I am to have the Filipino genetics, especially my dad's genetics, girl. I've been using Whey shampoo for quite a bit now, and honestly, my favorite thing about it is the fact that it just strengthens my hair, making it more Filipino than it already is. Anyways, listen, we all got a type, and Whey is yours. Their shampoo and conditioner are made to deliver what's just right for your hair type. Me? I'm a flake. And you know what else flakes? My scalp. But I don't want to make a habit of it. Personally, I love their anti-dandruff shampoo, and after just 28 days of use, it helped reduce flaking, itching, and irritation associated with dandruff while leaving my hair feeling clean and soft. I know you see it, and I know you want to feel it. Both the anti-dandruff and detox shampoos are cruelty-free, color and keratin safe, sulfate and paraben-free, and comes in a sustainable packaging. What more could you want? Whether you're fine, medium, or thick, Whey has got you. Just pick a product. Wash your way to healthy hair and get a hair routine that's made just for you by Whey. Go to theouai.com/Bretman for 50% off any products. That's theouai.com/Bretman. theway.com/Bretman. Thank you so much for sponsoring this week's video. Now back to regular programming. All right, and we are back in our regular lighting. Princess, what is your product of the week, or should I start it?
I can start it.
Okay.
So my product of the week, I have been loving press-ons. Even before, I had Cleo, I always had acrylic nails. I love doing my nails, but now that I'm a mom of almost 5, Press-on's just been my thing. Honestly, I haven't gone to go get my nails done like in an actual salon
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. Like I feel like press-ons is so much easier for
You
me
know
to
a
wear.
real scary story? Your nails coming off. Princess, I remember the picture you fucking sent.
Oh my god, yes.
I think like your ex like slammed the door on your hand or something.
No, he slapped my ass, and I tried to like
Like stop him.
yeah, stop him, and then like his hands like slapped. It was my birthday too.
Yeah, so he slapped your ass. You
Yeah.
tried to like
Tried to like
protect your
my
ass, and he
then
like.
it like I still have a picture of it actually.
I know it's fucking scary, bitch. It's gross.
Yeah, and I remember like going.
How many nails did you lose? 2?
Just one. Just this.
Oh,
My
just your
thumb. My
thumb.
thumb. Like my whole thumb had to come out. Not my whole thumb. My whole thumbnail bed and everything.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's-
So, anyways,
Yeah. And, oh, that too. Like, I cannot. I had so many like scary like nail
stories.
Stories.
Send in your scary nail stories, and we'll read it next time.
But like I just been like wearing press-ons. Like she's my thing.
What are your
and I
favorite
can take it
brands?
out whenever I want to. Well, I had my favorite brand is Kiss because I have a Kiss nails nail press-on nails right now.
Love.
But Bretman gave me some Pink Friday nails. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Hello.
And
one.
some Sally Hansen ones too.
And Sally Hansen.
Love. We love you, Sally.
Sally.
You can take those.
Thank you.
Okay,
Can I
so
actually
my
pick?
product of the week is actually a question that I've been getting a lot in my comments, especially on TikTok. A lot of people are asking me what contacts I wear when I'm filming for the pod, and I kind of go through with 2 different brands. Today, I'm wearing this brand, dimplecolor.com. They sent me just like a whole bunch of contact lenses, and the ones that I usually wear for the pod is the Heavenly Hazel or Piccolo Brown. I like using their one a day ones as well. And then I also like Moody lenses. The one that I get questions a lot is the color Espresso, but the ones I have today is these ones are just the Roman Holiday, and they're just like brown contacts. I mainly wear like hazel brown contacts just for like a little of color in my eye and pop of mysteriousness.
I have a question.
What?
Are they just colored contacts or are they like prescribed to?
They're not prescriptions, but I do have my
prescribed.
prescription.
Prescriptions.
But I also have like prescription contacts. I rarely use them because it makes me so fucking dizzy whenever I have them out.
Really?
But yeah, I usually just wear like non-scripted ones, especially for the pod because we're only filming for an hour and I just like pop it back out after.
Yeah. That's nice. Okay.
Period. All right, Princess. Thank you so much for coming to my spooky ooky episode.
Thank you for having me. I love that I got to dress up today.
Literally. Well, we're gonna be dressed up for all of the October episodes, so come back next week to see what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing yet. This is a pre-filmed episode.
Yeah.
Well, all of my episodes are pre-filmed a week prior, but this is the only one that's like 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
So it's just like weird, dressed up in the middle of September.
September like this.
Princess, do you have anything to plug, girl?
Oh yes, just follow me on all my socials. Real Princess May on Instagram and Real Princess May on TikTok.
And me, everything is at Bretman Rock, obviously. And if you guys are here, please subscribe to the Baddest Radio. Make sure you guys also follow me on all of her social media, the Baddest Radio and everything. And please give it a thumbs up and give it a good rate. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next spooky ooky episode of
The Baddest Radio.
Bye.
Bye guys.